1343 to 1450 AD is known as the Age of Chaucer. He was born in London at Thames Street in 1343 AD. He was the son of Agnes Cofton and John Chaucer, who was a wine merchant. His early life and education is unknown, but he spent a lot of time around his father. And being in this environment, he picked up so many languages that were spoken around him, like French, Italian, Latin. He grew up in the fearful time of Black Death. Chaucer studied law in the Inner Temple. He was a poet, courtier, soldier, diplomat, businessman, and a traveler. At the age of 17, he joined the court. And then he went to fight in Hundred Years' War against France, where he came under the influence of French literature. Chaucer lived during the reign of three kings, Edward III, Richard II, and Henry IV. In his teens, he was the household of Prince Lionel, son of King Edward III. Chaucer is best known for his The Canterbury Tales, which was written between 1387 to 1400 and printed in 1478 AD. This work is widely regarded as Chaucer's magnum opus. It's an unfinished narrative poem consisting 17,000 lines in a collection of 24 stories written in iambic pentameter. It depicts the different social classes, their languages, clothes, fashion styles, manners, etc. of 14th century. Chaucer is known as the father of English literature. He is one of the first poets who used octosyllabic and heroic couplet and iambic pentameter in his work. John Dryden, who called Chaucer as the father of English poetry. Matthew Arnold said that Chaucer is the earliest of the great moderns. Chaucer, also known as the morning star of Renaissance. He was a romantic and real poet. He was the first poet who revealed the truth about life as he saw it, and Chaucer, the first poet who gave full experiences to the new hopes and aspirations of the people of his time. His poetry reflects the medieval spirit. It also reflects the Italian Renaissance. His works are divided into three strains: French, Italian, and English. In 1366, Chaucer got married with Philippa Roth. In 1370s to 80s, Chaucer traveled widely on diplomatic missions for the king, especially in Italy, and he came into contact with Petrarch and Boccaccio. In 1386, he elected as a member of the House of Commons. His first important poem, The Book of Duchess, Chaucer wrote this poem at John Gunn's request as a memorial for his wife. The House of Fame. This poem is written between 1374 to 1805, after the Book of Duchess. Chaucer wrote this poem inspired by his own dream, which is over 2,000 lines and written in octosyllabic couplet. The Parliament of Fowles, published between 1380 to 90, Chaucer wrote this for King Richard II during the negotiation of his marriage to Anne Bohemia. It's a 700-line poem in rhyme royal. Troilus and Cressida, composed between 1386, it's a love story. Who was a hero of the Trojan War? It's a long poem, about 8,000 lines. It divides into 5 books: Troilus' love, love and courage, the consummation, the separation, and the betrayal. The Legend of Good Omen, composed between 1386, it's a story of 10 good omen written in iambic pentameter. This work left unfinished, in which Chaucer first used heroic couplet. The Roman of the Rose, it's a translation work of Chaucer in French language. It's a lengthy allegorical love poem. Chaucer also gained fame as a philosopher and astronomer by composing his scientific book, A Treatise on Astrolabe, written in the full flowing Middle English language in 1391 for his 10-year-old son. Chaucer died at the age of 57 only on 25th October in 1400.